What's up, Taiwan? I'm Leslie Liao with 10 minutes of news from Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's new premier announced his leadership team in the last few days. Now, the country's new ministers have been officially sworn into office. It's likely to be the last cabinet reshuffle before Taiwan's presidential election in 2024, Stash Butler reports.
Think of it as a kind of spring cleaning. Taiwan's government is sweeping out its cabinet of top officials, and now here at the presidential office, it's swearing in a new one. It's an effort to freshen up the country's leadership after the ruling party suffered a crushing defeat at recent local elections. Taiwan's vice president led proceedings on Tuesday. He welcomed back his predecessor, Chen Jianren, as the country's new premier, taking over from Su Zhentang. Here's the formal ceremony where Su, on the left, formally hands over the premier's seal. Su had to say this after 4 years in office.
我会由衷地感谢这个国家、这块土地、这2300万人给我的栽培机会恩赐。
The new cabinet has several new faces, including new ministers for culture and for finance. There are also more women, 7 this time compared to 4 before. It's still a long way short of parity. Overall, though, most ministers have kept their jobs, and Taiwan's new premier says they're up to the task of leading Taiwan forward.
作为人民的公仆，真正的权利就是服务，权力越大，责任也越大。就像圣经中所说的，你们中间谁要为首的，就必须做众人的仆人。
But Chen faces serious challenges, turning around a sluggish economy, bringing down sky-high housing prices, and dealing with ever more frequent acts of aggression from China. It's a big task for Taiwan's new premier, and on top of all of that, the ruling Democratic Progressive Party will be looking for Chen to do one more thing, and that's convince voters that the party is ready to lead again before next year's presidential election. Leon Lien and Stash Butler in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Japan's Sankei Shimbun says the Japanese government has plans to evacuate 5 outlying islands if China were to invade nearby Taiwan. The news outlet says an evacuation drill is planned for March. Yonaguni Island is the closest of the islands to Taiwan at just over 100 kilometers away. Japan's self-defense forces would use a combination of aircraft and ships to transport about 120,000 residents and tourists from these islands to Japan's southern island of Kyushu. In recent months, Japan has been stepping up its defenses against an increasingly aggressive China. Experts say that if there were a conflict in Taiwan, these outlying islands could also be attacked.
日本呢，近年来一直在做一个冲绳诸岛的一个军事部署哦。那这样子，而且呢，又定了这个撤离计划呢。那显而易见的，美日呢，它对台海这个部分的一个介入已经是铁了心，而且是势在必行。这个中国呢，自然要武统台湾的时候，它必须也会去针对这个这个冲绳诸岛去做一个攻击哦，以做到这个一个反介入跟一个区域拒止。
Taiwan's military says it is repositioning some of its missile defense systems to better protect the northern parts of the country. This comes as U.S. officials are highlighting new timelines for a potential Taiwan Strait conflict. Jaime Okan reports.
This is the Tiankong, or Skybow, missile defense system. It's Taiwan's most advanced domestically made air defense system, and it's tasked with protecting the skies above the country. Recently, the military has been repositioning these systems to protect more of the north, highlighting that the country is always looking to better enhance its defenses.
天宫3型飞弹具有很好的征收的能力，相位阵列雷达可以征收大概400公里左右的空域，可以让我国的防空网就是更为绵密，可以拦截高中低空各种不同目标。
Taiwan has 2 main air defense systems, the Patriot system from the US and the domestically made Skybow system. These systems are crucial for giving the entirety of Taiwan cover against enemy aircraft and missiles. China, which sits roughly 100 kilometers away from Taiwan at the closest point, has continually threatened the country with military force to bring it under its control. Recently, a U.S. Air Force commander highlighted 2025 as a potential year for a conflict to break out. But Taiwan's defense minister says no matter what timeline, the military must be ready.
对任何一个可能发生的事情啊，我们都要有个预议啊。目前国防部也朝这一方面在着手，好吧？这个我不好妄加评断了。有什么可能，我们都会纳入考虑，来做一个准备。
As Taiwan continues to step up its security planning, it's also adapting to a changing security environment. The repositioning of the Skybow missile system is one way that the country is seeking to cover all bases. Klein Wong and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan has lifted restrictions on same-sex marriages between people from different countries, giving hundreds of couples the right to wed. Although Taiwan legalized same-sex unions in 2019, the right to wed for transnational couples was limited to people from countries where same-sex marriage is legal, Rick Glauert reports.
This is a household registration office in Taiwan's capital, Taipei. Hundreds of people get married here every day. Now, for the first time, they can marry their same-sex partner, even if it is not legal in the country that partner is from. Sushang and Xiaoxin have been together for 9 years. As Sushang is from Malaysia, where same-sex marriage is not legal, they have been waiting 6 years to wed.
I'm so glad that even though we need to wait for so long time, my partner, my husband, is still willing to wait for me until this date. But actually, I often say I'm sorry to him that I made you cannot be married for such a long time.
Taiwan legalized same-sex unions in 2019, becoming the first country in Asia to do so. But marriages were only recognized if both partners were from countries where same-sex marriage is legal, ruling out the possibility of marriage for hundreds of LGBTQ Taiwanese. Now, only same-sex marriages involving Chinese nationals are not allowed. Despite the advances, transnational couples here say they felt left behind when the rest of Taiwan's LGBTQ community celebrated equal marriage rights. Now, Taiwan has made a historic step towards genuine inclusivity. Alex Chen and Rick Glauert for TaiwanPlus.
The annual Taipei International Comics and Animation Festival has been underway at the city's Nangang Exhibition Center, drawing crowds of manga and anime fans. Our reporter Yvonne Yang went to take a look.
It's the 11th Taipei International Comics and Animation Festival. As you can see, although today is a work day, fans are seizing their last chance to get special merchandise and meet their favorite idols.
我每天都有来了，刚好今天刚好全部挤满了。
我买了资料夹跟水壶。是什么的资料夹？咒术回战的资料夹。
是先看有没有链锯人的周边可以先买，想买娃娃啦。
There are over 500 booths at the festival this year, showcasing the hottest modern comics and animations like Spy Family to classics like Yu-Gi-Oh! And after the COVID border restriction was scrapped, the organizer invited voice actors and comic creators from Japan to hold meet and greets. There were also performances by pop idol groups.
当第一天有一些厂商他们有那个限定版的会场限定版的书，对，就有买到，因为那第一天就卖完了，对。然后比较印象的活动像是一些签名会，像有个八木米老师的，还有一个像 Spy Family 的制作人的活动。
That's a wrap for the Taipei International Comics and Animation Festival. Fans are already looking forward to next year's event. Asnaya Zhou and Yvonne Yang in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Conservationists are helping to release endangered Chinese box turtles back into the wild. The turtles are a protected species in Taiwan, but are often smuggled to China for sale as pets or food. Rescued turtles are being returned to their natural mountain forest habitat in eastern Taiwan. Conservationists hope this will help the local turtle population grow. They also plan to check up on the area to see how the turtles are doing and prevent poaching. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of endangered axolotl at a new museum in Mexico. I'm Leslie Liao. Take care and see you next time.